So why is the military recruitment in this country such a mess? That's just what one of the topics Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Pete Hegseth addresses in his new book, War on Warriors, Behind the Betrayal of the Men Who Keep Us Free, which is out today, and you should pick it up. In the book, Pete writes.
That's right. It's out today, and a portion of it is about recruiting. Why aren't guys joining? And I wrote, we can't wait to recruit our largest and most important military demo until a crisis occurs. That's normal, strong men. But that's just what the Biden woke policies have done. A social justice military fails to recruit the masculine men who make up our warrior class. No wonder there is a massive recruiting crisis in our military today, and there is. So,
Pete, let's explore some of the stuff that's in this book. Yeah. I'm on page 112. Let's go to the next wall. All right, so these are the recruitment numbers right here. We had a segment a few weeks ago, and they said that it's actually going up, but there's deeper numbers.
So these are 2023 numbers. They're all down. Armies, okay. And if you're down 15,000 troops, that's a division. That's a division that you haven't staffed with young privates. So Navy's down, Air Force is down. Marine Corps meets it because it's a little bit, their ads are a little bit more, hey, you know, the few, the proud, the Marines. In 2024, they say they're going to meet their goals because they're reducing the goal number.
Okay, gotcha.
They're taking the number down, saying, oh, we don't need as many troops.
So when they say they're on pace, it's because the number has changed.
Yeah, they lower the standards, like everywhere else in the military. Lower the standards.
So there's also the 77% of military Americans do not qualify. Why don't they qualify?
So this is what you hear from the Pentagon all the time, Lawrence. Okay. Well, the reason we're not meeting our standards is because 77% of young people can't join. That's legit. I mean, we're too fat. We're not smart enough. You got medical records and other criminal records. 77% of 18-year-old kids can't join the military. That's a problem in and of itself. But that's a number that's more or less been the same for over a decade.
So this is not new.
This is not new. But it's a real reason. But when they tell you that is the reason, it's not the only reason, Lawrence.
So let's get into why.
Yes, that's the big thing. The big reason is they're observing the types of recruiting ads and efforts that this military is pushing. Some folks who've seen this network might remember this ad from the military. Watch this.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems. It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms. I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age.
So does this...
I missed the recruitment effort.
Does this inspire you?
No.
All those young men in Kentucky and, you know, Ohio and all of them, they say, oh, yeah, that's the Army I want to join. They miss the mark. It's just like a Bud Light moment, Lawrence. We don't want those frat boys. We want a different type of demo. Well, there are only so many ladies with two mommies that want to join the Army. You need normal, masculine men that want, and women that want to join to fill our ranks and always have.
Real quickly, Pete, when did this sort of push start? How long has this been going on?
This started under Obama, but it's been on hyperspeed under Biden. I mean, Trump paused it and he said in our interview with him, I want to get rid of woke military. I believe he will, and recruiting will come back as a result of that. But, Lawrence, there are other reasons why, too. So this is not just the ads. You saw the vaccine mandate pushed out a lot of conservative, Christian, folks that by principle didn't want to do that. The debacle in Afghanistan, they looked at how our military was treated, how that was handled. Then, of course, military families, Lawrence, we were talking about this before the segment.
I'm the first generation not to serve.
32% in 2023 of military families are recommending that the next generation serve. That's way down.
But why is that happening? Because I hear from SF guys, obviously my family, who all served, told me not to serve.
Yeah.
People that love the country but are encouraging their kids not to serve. Why is that happening?
Because they've seen the military change. They don't want their kids signing up to join an institution that doesn't reflect their values, that doesn't put meritocracy and lethality first. They're tinkering with social engineering, and as a result, the cream of the crop isn't rising. So the guys who have been there, done there, been to Iraq, Afghanistan, Guantanamo Bay, they say, I don't know if I want my 5 boys joining or not. That's why I end the book with a chapter that says, the letter to my sons. Do I want you to serve or not? Get the book and you'll hear what I recommend.
But it's a tough question. The book. You should get it. It's rocking the seams of the Pentagon right now because they don't know what's in it, or do they know what's in it? Thank you, Pete. You should get it today.
I got word that an advanced copy did make its way over there to a few people, and they're not happy. I mean, but this can change. That's why. I love this institution. I love the military. I love the Army. I want it to be the best. Let's change it. This book's trying to do that.
Someone that loves the country, that wants to save it and save our young men as well.
Thanks.
Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Makakwadash. And double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Atazwan from the Great Millstone here in St. Louis. We're going to do a quick lesson here on that news piece we saw. We're going to read the article here and just get a couple of scriptures. There's no need to make this longer than it needs to be. And we've been warning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for all of these years, all right, about what was going to be coming down the pipe concerning prophecy and really the destruction of this place, Babylon the Great, all right? So we saw the news piece, and this is it right here, right? So let's read what they have in the article, all right? Because in a nutshell, they can't get anybody to join the military anymore, all right? Even with them lowering the standards, right, for joining the military, they still can't get enough people. So now what? They have to institute a draft at some point, okay? And we'll read this news press right here and then just get 2 scriptures or so, all right? So right here it says the House of Representatives, all right, passed a measure on Friday automatically registering men ages 18 to 26 for selective service, all right? And for, many of the people out there, they may or may not know, but when you turned 18, all right, as a young man, you had to go to the post office and fill out the selective service card and turn it in, okay? That's how they knew what number of men they had that would be ready for a draft if need be, okay, before you join the military, all right, on your own. You enlisted on your own. Okay, but here they're saying that they want to pass a bill that will automatically register men between those ages of 18 and 26. All right, so you would no longer have to worry about trying to go do that or somebody dodging the selective service. They're going to automatically register you when you turn 18, right? Okay. So let's go on. It says it was part of the annual National Defense Authorization Act, which I've never heard before, which sets out the U.S. government's military and national security priorities over the next fiscal year. This year, NDAA authorizes $895.2 billion in military spending, a $9 billion increase from fiscal 2024. It goes on and says, because the news piece was really about that dude's book, so we got to read this just to get a little bit more understanding of it. It says, while it hasn't been invoked in over half a century, it's mandatory for all male U.S. citizens to register for selective service, also known as the military draft, when they turn 18. Failure to register is classified as a felony and comes with a host of legal challenges. Supporters of the amendment argued that it would cut down on bureaucratic red tape and help U.S. citizens avoid unnecessary legal issue, as well as cutting down on taxpayer dollars going towards prosecuting those cases. All right, they always have to dress it up and make it look like it's a big deal. Okay. Going on, it says it was led by Representative Christy Holohan, Democrat, Pennsylvania, and passed in the House Armed Service Committee version of the NDAA in May. The NDAA advanced through the committee in an overwhelming 57 to 1 vote. Now here it is, you got some woman, right, trying to pass a bill, all right, that will register men, okay, not women, but men, all right. That's feminism at its best, right? She gets an opportunity to be a representative, a state representative, which women couldn't hold public offices once upon a time. But now you got all these women, right, who are in politics, and now they're going to push the issue on what men ought to do, right? Not what women ought to do, because why? Women, they're free to do whatever they want, right? Under feminism, but here you got women telling men what to do with their bodies. Doesn't make sense. That's one of the reasons why this place is the land of confusion. You see? Now going on, it says, by using available federal databases, the Selective Service Agency, right? Because everybody's put into their database when you have a birth certificate, okay? Agency will be able to register all the individuals required and thus help ensure that a future military draft is fair and equitable. How is that? How would it be fair and equitable? I thought all women thought that they were equal and on the level of a man. So what happened there? Why is it only for the men? You see the hypocrisy of it? Holohan said during debate last month, according to Defense News, goes on to say, this will also allow us to rededicate resources. Basically, that means money towards reading readiness and towards mobilization rather than towards education and advertising campaigns driven to register people, right? Which the guy in the clip showed that even failed. They put a lot of money behind it because why? They wanted to appease all those who are of the other persuasions, right? That don't fall under the natural, how would you say, genders, okay? That they're somewhere in between the middle of them, if you understand what I'm saying, all right? And this place is just totally messed up. The NDAA also included the largest ever military pay raise in history, with a 19.5% increase for junior enlisted troops and a 4.5% increase for others, right? So that's to get the privates in. They're gonna offer them more money, okay? It also included funding for 2 new Virginia-class submarines and the establishment of a drone force within the U.S. Army, among other provisions. And it's just a song and dance, okay? But yeah, so they've passed a bill to basically start the draft again. All right, now let's see here. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Okay, led by a woman. It's crazy. Okay, but they can't get any men to want to join either of the branches. All right, all their numbers are down, and they have no choice. Okay. Because spiritually, this place has to go down. All right, there's no way for them to get around Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's plan, right, for Babylon the Great. Okay, and so there has to be a mountain of men, right, that get destroyed in this Third World War. All right, that's coming up. Now let's see here. Something just hit my mind. Let's see if we can get it. Behold, third woe, I think it's how it reads. Let's see if it'll come up. Kind of. Revelation 11:4, right? And it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, right? So you had the first 2 world wars, and this third woe, all right, or war, is coming upon them quickly. And in that you'll have destruction of a magnitude never seen before on the planet. Okay? Because this is not really going to be a war of hand-to-hand combat of just tanks, Salakia, of just tanks and soldiers marching and firing at each other. Okay? It's not going to be like that. This is going to be nuclear war that's coming, okay? And many are going to die when they get over in that land, you see? Let's go over here to Revelation 16, and we'll just jump in here at 13. And it reads, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Now, these three unclean spirits, you can think of the 3 city-states, all right, 3 portions really of this New Age dragon or New Age beast, because the original dragon really is about the old ancient Roman Empire, and then now reestablished in our day and time, our current day and time, this new beast, this new dragon is just the second leg of the Roman Empire under NATO and the EU, okay? And these 3 frogs are the 3 city-states. You have the Vatican, which is the false prophet, okay? You have Washington, D.C., okay, which is the military arm, okay, used by the bankers of London. London would be the 3rd city-state, right? Each one of those cities are cities unto themselves. And oddly enough, each 3 of those cities have their own obelisk, all right? So those are the 3 frogs, or spirits of frogs, okay, as it is, all right? And they put together that beast system, all right? You got the military, the financing, and the spiritual side of it, or the wickedness of it, okay? Going on to verse 14, it says, "For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. And he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon," right? Which is the valley or the hill of troops, all right, in the Hebrew, okay? Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, right. And keeping the garments, see, those of us who are the elect, and I'm just saying that to say that those of us who believe in this truth, we don't know if we're the elect. We are the hopeful elect. That's why we say the hopeful elect. But the elect will keep their garments, all right? Keep this wisdom, this knowledge, and watch, as it says. We're watching for everything, okay? We watch the news. We're keeping up with what's going on, and we're sifting the news and all of these different things through the scriptures, all right? And that's what these lessons are for, right? To teach the sheep out there and to keep you on your on watch and keep you on your toes, okay? All right? So you don't get caught up, okay, and get fooled out here with what's really going on, because they're putting a lot of distractions out there for Jake to get caught up in, okay? So you have to watch, keep your eyes open. So we'll read Luke 21, jump in right here at 25, and it reads, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." Okay, so this perplexity is upon the earth now. It hasn't reached its zenith or its high point, but you can see, you can feel, okay, the how would you say it? You can feel the tension in the air, right? All things are spiritual, so you could feel that there's something wrong, that there's something is about to happen, all right? Even for those who are not even in the truth, you speak to some people, and they'll tell you, yeah, things ain't like it used to be, right? Things don't feel the same, things don't taste the same, right? So they're starting to see that there's something that's getting ready to, to happen, all right, that they're not in control of. Going on, it says, verse 26, "Men's hearts fail in them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your head, for your redemption your redemption draweth nigh. Salakia. You see? So we're looking for our Lord's return, right? Those of us who are what? Watching, right? We're keeping up with prophecy. We're keeping up with what's going on in current events, right? And filtering it through the scriptures, okay? And he spake to them a parable, behold the fig tree and all the trees. Then when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, right? These things now in this lifetime, this whole internet age, right? This whole computer age, this whole idea of digital money, right? The third world's woe, nations going up against nations, the uproars of the people, right? Then you got the stab and jab, the poke, or else we'll shut your life down. All these things are things that are coming upon the earth, okay? Famine, pestilences, okay? Problems with drinking water, right? Contaminated food. All these things are gonna, these are some of the gyrations inside of the earth, man, that makes this life very uneasy, right? For most, okay? Verse 31 again, so likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yahweh is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away, right? Just meaning that it's part of prophecy and it's going to happen, okay? There's no stopping it, right? Okay, so there's no way that it's not going to happen, all right, as it's spoken of in prophecy. Verse 34, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. And so that day come upon you unawares. How does it come upon you unawares? When you're not watching, when you're not praying, okay, when you're not fasting, when you're not giving your mind over to these scriptures so that you can keep pace with what's going on, right? When you're not listening to the men of the Lord, when you're not listening to the prophets, right? But you want to be entertained with the things of the world, okay? Going out on Friday night, okay? Eating all these abominable foods. Your mind is not geared, your spirit is not geared, it's not hooked up to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when you're worried about the things of the world. Then you become, complacent, and you're not watching out for these things that are happening. So you get caught in a snare, all right? Eventually. Verse 35, and that's what it says right there. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth, right? The whole earth. Because this next war, okay, is going to draw in all the nations of the world. Okay? Verse 36, watch ye therefore. That's what it's telling you. Watch ye therefore. Keep your eyes peeled for what's going on. Listen to the men of the Lord who are teaching you and showing you what the scriptures say, breaking the scriptures down to you. Okay? Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, right? That shall come to pass. Not if, okay, not maybe, but it shall come to pass. And to stand before the Son of Man, all right? And that's why we're looking for our redemption, you see, as it says here in verse 28, right? Because the Lord is going to break them clouds with that huge chariot in the army of heaven, right? Okay, to take up the elect and to destroy this place, all right? We'll read 28 again. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Our redemption is pretty close. All right? Yahushua is waiting. Okay? Waiting for the green light. Okay? We got a few things that's got to happen, but as it says, it shall come to pass. All right, so with that, in the lesson right there, Lord willing, it was edifying. Giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Rakak Badash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to the hope of the legacy. See you all again real soon with another lesson, Lord willing. Shalom.